Hi, I'm Millie. My husband, Jonty, and I, along with our 2 kids, Milo and Aspen, moved to Singapore from the UK in the middle of 2020, during the height of the global pandemic. Singapore ranks as the 20th smallest country in the world, and we are enjoying exploring every kilometre of it, finding the extraordinary wonders in our everyday lives. Welcome to Wanderlust. We've come to the new section of the Thomson East Coast Line. This particular bit has been open for a few months now, but we're going to go and see the other stations that have opened, see what's there, see what we can do, probably test out some food because there's always food around in Singapore, so let's go see what we can find. We've just gone down 2 escalators. There's another escalator still to go, so I feel like we're really far underground.
Train's here. So we're on the train at the very front of the line. This is the first stop, Woodlands North. We've had a little look at the chairs. There's different colours as you go along. The ones that we're in at the moment look a little bit like Bumblebee. And we're just going to go to the front and show you what it's like heading through from here all the way through towards the first of the brand new stops, which is called Springleaf, and we're going to find out what we can see at Springleaf. Come on now.
We started off at Woodlands North, through to Woodlands South to Springleaf where we are now. The journey between the two felt really long actually.
Yeah, it was nearly 4 minutes, which is kind of crazy. One of the things I love about the Singapore MRT system is that none of them have drivers, it's all electric. So we could stand right at the front of the train and see the tunnel as we went by, which was really fun. First impressions?
Yeah, nice. There's no seating right at the front, there's standing space, which I think gives a little bit more space if you're sort of coming in at the last minute.
Yeah. The chairs, as we try them out, I'd say they're less comfy than the Circle Line, but way more comfy than the Blue Line, the downtown line. Those chairs are not fun. It was pretty smooth as well, which is good, and we're going to check out what we can find here at Springleaf, aren't we?
Yep. This station was built as an eco-station, taking into account the environmental impact that the building and building the building itself will actually take. So there's little hints of that all around the place. I know that the ceiling in here is actually like an eco-material, which is really good, and it's a positive step towards helping our environment.
Coming out of the station, on one side you've got this beautiful row of different shops, which include like a paint shop and the car shops and food places as well, including a Yongtao food place. And right across the road what you can see is a load of new trees that have been planted. Singapore is aiming to plant 1 million trees by 2031, I think, correct me if I'm wrong. And it looks like they've planted quite a few young ones over there too, which is going to be amazing. Wait a couple of years, this place can be super shady and really nice.
A 30-second walk brings us to this brilliant park connector. We love those. If you've seen our cycle around the island, you will know how brilliant they are. But we're going to walk up here to Springleaf Nature Park. This one looks like a very large caterpillar has had like a massive bite. As long as it's not bigger than the cockroach that we had in our bedroom. That was vile. Caterpillar this big? No, I'm running.
They can jump from like...
You can see these different ones around here, yeah. Love this one, we've seen one of those before, haven't we?
There's a little bird viewing platform here that's got some information on what birds you can spot. We haven't really seen very many, but you can hear them all around, and the ever-present cicadas making loads of noise. You can follow on this park connected to Upper Seletar Reservoir. And what's really nice here is that there are no tall buildings around. So you've just got the tree line, which is really nice and just a break from the city and make you feel like you're surrounded by nature. park isn't that big. It's more of a through road for the park connector, but it's nice for a little stop up. There's some benches along the way. You probably wouldn't come here and spend the whole day here like you might at Bishan Amokyo Park, places like that, because there's a lot more to do. There are some close by food places, so you can kind of come and have a little bit of a walk, see some nature, and then go and get some food. We've heard about a prata place that we need to check out, so we're going to head to there now. We were recommended to come to this Springleaf Prata place, which is supposed to be quite famous and well known for its good prata.
You can tell, can't you? Because there's a massive queue out front, and we're on a bit of a time constrained by time. And so I think what we'll do, there is a prata place at Thompson, which I remember going to. My parents lived in Marymount, which is 24-hour, and I remember enjoying it. So we're going to go check that out. Thompson is one of the new stations as well on the Thompson East Coast line. So we're going to go and make our way in that direction first.
That there's no markings on the floor. There's usually markings about where to wait with a red sort of line around it and green line with an arrow for letting people out. So maybe people are just used to how that works now. You know that you on the escalators you go up on the left and then you can pass if you want to, and where you wait for people to get on the MRT you let people come out before you get in. So maybe it's just not needed anymore.
Or maybe they just haven't done it yet.
We're at Lentor Station. We've had a little look at the map and there's not much around here. It's just a housing area, things like that. So we're just going to go inside the station. I've just looked up that this station is actually one of 6 civil defence shelters. So if there was a national emergency, this MRT station is actually constructed to protect people and your health and safety, so that people can come in here, and it's reinforced in its design so that it can just protect people, which is a really cool idea. I had no idea that some MRT stations have been designed that way.
Before we get on this train, I just wanted to highlight something, which is that the languages that we can hear in the announcements coming over the speakers are in English, are in Mandarin, and are in Tamil. I haven't heard any others, but we'll let you know if we hear anything else.
For your safety.
Are they real?
No. When you come to a brand new MRT station, you realise how clean the older ones still are. That's because there's no food or drink allowed on the MRT stations and in the trains. And I really like that actually, because going on the underground in London, there's bits of rubbish somewhere, you might put your hand in something sticky, someone's left something, and it just doesn't make for a nice travelling environment, especially when you're like packed in with people anyway. So I'm all for the not eating or drinking at the stations rule, because I think it just makes the whole thing a lot nicer.
Next station, Bright Hill.
Is it the same height as the Circle Line or different height?
Pardon?
Which one's taller, this one or the Circle Line? This one's taller?
I can just do this and stretch my arm.
Okay. This one's a bit taller. Okay, we're here at Bright Hill Station, and one of the things to do and see here is a local monastery. So we're going to head up there and check it all out.
Booked in for this morning between 9 and 10. It is absolutely raining, so I'm kind of hiding out for a little bit. I thought about going to a cafe along here, but most of them don't open till 9, some of them don't open till 11. I'm going to hide out in the rain. I hope that it stops a little bit, but judging by the weather lately, it might be a very soggy 9-minute walk to the temple. I think I'm about to run out of covered walkway. There was actually a door a lot closer than I thought. My map was showing me walking all the way around, but there's an entrance here, so I've done my temperature taken. You do have to pre-book, so I booked in this morning. I got my sticker, temperature check, vaccination and all of that, so I've headed through. It almost looks like a gym pool, and then he's directed me through to another door, so I'm going to walk through, dodge the rain, and yeah, see what's here. Wow, what a place. This place is huge, it's beautiful. The tiles on the floor are so pretty. There's lots of detail up above of paintings, murals depicting dragons, buildings. It's a really beautiful place. It's big, tall marble pillars. There's nobody else here. I don't know if the rain's kind of stopped people coming, but it's really lovely. You can smell the joss sticks. Even with the weather, there's kind of a sense of calm around here, I guess. I have realised my shoes have no grip on them whatsoever, and on tiled floor they're quite slippery, so I'm walking around super slowly so I don't trip over. Even on a dull day, this place looks absolutely beautiful. All of the colours are really vivid. There's so much to see, and I've just walked up another set of stairs and there's still even more of the temple. It's a really beautiful place. This temple was built in the 20th century as lodgings for Buddhist monks, and it's the largest Buddhist temple in Singapore. All along at the top of this covered walkway, there's some pictures and some Chinese writing. Maybe there's stories, you know, Buddhist ways of living, perhaps to teach people, educate people about it. Just behind me there's a little community garden where they're growing all sorts of herbs and vegetables. There's a few other planted pots around as well, and they've seen some things advertised that you can come and do some gardening here as well. So there's a real community feel. There's another room or perhaps another temple in here, and there's some people receiving blessings from monks and giving food and donations. I have to say I don't really know a lot about the Buddhist religion, but I would definitely like to look up a little bit more to have a better understanding of it. And when I looked up, there is a dress code here as well, covered shoulders, covered knees, so I put a long skirt on. I haven't gone into any of the temples because there's people praying and I want to be respectful of that, but it seems that it's quite welcoming just to allow you to walk around and just take in the environment and everything here. I think behind me is where monks still live, and there's an amazing plant here. It's got loads of different flowers on just one tree, and I've never seen a tree like it before. Okay, I'm glad the rain has stopped. Bishan Ang Mo Kio Park is also really close to here. We've been there before. It's one of my favourites as well. It's really, really big. So here's a few highlights from it, but you can check out our full vlog at Bishan Ang Mo Kio Park as well.
Hey, you guys!
The new MRT systems are really easy to navigate. They've got big yellow numbers on which exit is which I find really helpful. And on the map as well, it tells you places to go nearby, and then it tells you which exit number to take as well, which is really, really helpful when you don't know where you're going and you always get lost, like someone like me.
When I was down here just now, I didn't realise, because I was looking at this lovely artwork loading up on the lift shaft, I didn't realise that actually it started on the floor in the stone, and then it works its way up, and it's all kind of a matching theme, which is beautiful.
On the MRT, you'll often see people nodding off, fast asleep, myself included. With that shrill beeping, I don't think anyone's going to be missing any stations anytime soon.
Yeah, Shunfu, where we used to go with my parents for dinner when they lived in Marymount. That was a really nice hawker centre over there. Check it out. And we've got over here is Thompson Plaza, Jasmine Roads, where I get a massage every now and again, which is very nice. Let's go! This way. Nope.
This way?
Exit 3.
Oh, let's go this way.
Hey, I'm putting on disguise so no one thinks I'm husband 10.
Oh.
But don't tell anyone. Shh.
So about 20 minutes ago we were at the prata place. It was very, very busy and we were waiting a little while for our prata, and we're having a sofa delivered. So Jonty was going to get in a taxi, come and meet the people, but I said, well, let's get our prata to go.
It's burning with fire.
We had a really nice time exploring all the things around the train stations, and I'm sure we'll go back because there was lots of other things that we haven't seen, more food to eat, cafes, things like that we can go and look around some shops and see what else is there. So thanks for watching. Bye!